What if everything we thought we knew about the Bible's earliest writings just changed? A revolutionary AI tool has redated some of the Dead Sea Scrolls, suggesting they may be older than scholars ever believed. But how? And what does this mean for the foundations of biblical history? This isn't science fiction. This is a historical turning point. Discovered between 1946 and 1956 in caves near the ancient settlement of Qumran, the Dead Sea Scrolls are among the most important archaeological finds in human history. These ancient texts include portions of nearly every book of the Hebrew Bible, along with other writings that provide a glimpse into Jewish life and belief during the Second Temple period. Until now, dating these fragile parchments relied mostly on radiocarbon testing and paleography, the study of ancient handwriting. But a new study, led by experts in artificial intelligence, has introduced a radically different approach. Using a neural network called Enoch, researchers have reopened the scroll's timeline with astonishing results. In early 2024, a multidisciplinary team of scholars from Europe and Israel began feeding thousands of high-resolution images of Dead Sea Scroll fragments into an AI-powered analysis system. Their goal? To test whether a machine learning model could detect patterns in handwriting, ink application, parchment wear, and even the spacing between letters, details invisible to the human eye. At the center of the study was an AI tool they named Enoch, after the biblical patriarch. Led by Dr. Daniel Stokel Ben Ezra, a scholar of Second Temple Judaism, and developed in partnership with a team of data scientists, Enoch was designed to do something no human could: analyze minute features across thousands of scroll fragments in seconds. To verify Enoch's accuracy, the team first tested it on scrolls already carbon dated using traditional methods. To their amazement, Enoch predicted dates within a 30-year range of the carbon testing, sometimes even more accurately than the original estimates. But the real surprise came when Enoch was set loose on some of the oldest and most debated scroll fragments. Enoch's results challenged decades of scholarly consensus. Several fragments, especially from the book of Isaiah, the rule of the community, and the Thanksgiving hymns, were found to be over 100 years older than previously believed. Instead of dating to around 150 BCE, Enoch estimated that some scrolls may have been copied as early as 230 BCE. These findings, if confirmed, would push the origin of certain biblical texts into an even earlier stage of Jewish religious life, possibly closer to the events described in them. However, not everyone in the academic world is convinced. Professor Christopher Rolston, a leading authority in ancient Semitic languages, voiced caution. AI is a tool, not a time machine, he said. Rolston warned that handwriting can be mimicked and that scribes often train to replicate older styles, making dating by style alone unreliable. Still, even he acknowledged that Enoch's findings were a fascinating new piece of the puzzle. If these scrolls are indeed from as early as 230 BCE, it means portions of the Hebrew Bible were circulating in written form at a much earlier stage than many scholars assumed. This supports the idea that the biblical canon, or at least the foundational texts, was already being studied, copied, and revered well before the rise of the Pharisees and Sadducees in Jewish tradition. More importantly, it suggests that some of the religious practices, prophecies, and theological ideas in the Bible weren't just reflections of a later community looking backward, but instead, the living doctrines of a people grappling with their identity in real time. This reframes everything. It suggests the possibility that prophecy, exile, and messianic hope were being recorded by hands that still bore the dust of ancient Jerusalem, rather than by scribes centuries removed. And it also places the origins of these sacred writings in an age of turmoil, of Hellenistic conquest, resistance movements like the Maccabees, and widespread cultural upheaval. An age where hope had to be preserved on fragile scrolls hidden deep in caves. This AI-powered discovery doesn't stand alone. Around the world, machine learning tools are now being used to analyze ancient coins, papyri, and even faded inscriptions on temple walls. The team behind Enoch has opened the door for a new kind of archaeology, one that doesn't replace human intuition and tradition, but enhances it. Enoch's precision can assist scholars in identifying subtle features that were previously overlooked. Details like microscopic ink residue, letter curvature decay, and material composition over time. And this technology could one day be used to reconstruct fragmented scrolls digitally, restore missing sections, or even uncover lost texts, hidden in plain sight. We stand at the beginning of an era where ancient wisdom meets digital precision, and the story of Scripture is told with new clarity. The scrolls remind us that truth often survives in the most fragile of places. They endured war, exile, destruction, yet they were preserved, hidden in caves, waiting for a generation with the tools to unlock them. In a world obsessed with immediacy, their story teaches us patience. In an age of information, they offer wisdom. And now, with the help of AI, they speak again. Whether you're a believer, a skeptic, or a student of history, these ancient voices still have something to say. They remind us that history is not just about what was, but about how we choose to carry it forward. What do you think about this discovery? Do you believe AI should play a role in decoding sacred texts? Let us know in the comments below. If this story sparked your curiosity, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Golden Star for more hidden history, biblical insights, and discoveries that still shape our world today. The past is speaking. Are we ready to listen?